Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I have my co-host Maverick with me, who's trying to steal one of the things I have to show you. Hi, baby. You want to come say hi? Do you want to come say hi? He wants to nose around on what I got over here. So hi, it's been a really not long time seeing you, but a long time since I showed you anything that I got done or that I've been working on, because I've been Joanne's insane on my time off. But I have been working on things. So I thought I would tell you about my day, show you some things, just, whatever comes up, chit-chatting, start the weekend like that. Saturday and chit-chat, right? Hope you guys are having a good weekend to start with. When you see this, I will be working and then my weekend will start. So, today has been not the best day, and I'm recording this, really late, like 4:30 in the morning, or early for some of you guys, but it's late for me. Yeah. So, you ever have those days when it seems like, and I know a lot of people say this, but it really seems like nobody, like either nobody likes you, nobody wants to be around you, nobody, like it just feels, it's a very real feeling sometimes, right? That's been the day for me. I just feel like, I don't know, sad, I guess. Which is okay. I mean, everybody has those days. This was just that day for me. But yeah, so it hasn't been emotionally a great day, and nothing like triggered it. Don't think anything, like nothing bad happened. I didn't even get into like fight with anybody or anything like that. Nothing. But I don't know. I just woke up feeling that way, and that feeling just never went away. So here we are. But I came home from a long day at work, and Maverick greeted me. What are you staring at on the couch, doofus? He's so silly. He greeted me, and he came and cuddled up next to me, and I got my crochet out, and I cuddled my puppy, and I watched some YouTube, and I lit a candle, and that's what I did. And it's made me feel a lot better. I know, like, a lot of us use crochet for just like therapy or, but it really is sometimes like I just needed that time to work on something, to be around someone that there's no doubt that Maverick loves me, and I don't know, just I needed that really bad. So I got that. But then I wanted to talk to you guys and show you stuff that wasn't necessarily, like, I know you guys like looking at my yarn when I get my yarn. I know you like looking at shopping and going shopping with me and looking at the stores. But, obviously I can't do that all the time. And, yes, so some things that I've been working on seem like a really good video. Plus, it wouldn't be one of my videos without some extended talking, would it? Anyway, I got Happy Mail today, which, I mean, I ordered myself. Don't get me wrong. So it's Happy Mail that I knew was coming, but I forgot it was coming. If that makes sense? I got some stuff from the Bon Jovi store, like the official merch store. And one of the things that I thought you guys, like, I got a t-shirt and I got decorations, like a wall hanging decoration. But one of the things I thought you guys might be interested in, those of you who like Bon Jovi, I got a tote bag again. Now I have one, it's like a black one from their, like, 2 albums ago, their 2020 album. And I use that for my crochet stuff. I have it, it's in my car actually right now with a blanket in it. But this is the one I got, and this has their first album on it, and it says 1984, which was when a teeny tot Heather was introduced to Bon Jovi, actually, like way back in the day when they had one hit going on, right? So like 84, 85. I think it was 84 though, just because I'd like to think it was. I was probably too young to recall what year it was, but I'm going to say I was with them from the beginning. I know I do believe I was, because my cousin was a big fan of Bon Jovi, and he's the one that introduced me to them. And it was their single, so it would have been, you know, That's What's on the Radio, right? But that was their album cover anyway, and the year. So it's like a retro looking, it's got a box bottom. Very cool. I had a blanket in there today, actually. I took to work on it. And this says it is, I'm not going to pronounce this right, E-Conscious. I guess I can pronounce it. E-Conscious. It's 100% organic cotton fiber. Made in India, designed in California with love. So that's my tote bag that I got today. I'm very happy with it. I love it a lot. For taking it everywhere, I guess I wish it had been like a black or dark color, but you know, it'll wash and it'll be okay, and I will have Bon Jovi with me everywhere still. So I got that. I still have this like mountain of yarn on my my table, so it's just gonna sit up here. So things I'm working on right now that I have not shown you guys yet, I don't think. Well, I mean, this one you've definitely seen the beginnings of it. I am using this with, here's the floppy skein of this, but this is, and I love this yarn, in the color, did I look right past the color? Yeah, Purple Gradient, and you'll see the gradient in a second. Right now it just looks a little bit marled right there, I guess. But if you recall the movie Marquee last year, I did all pet beds, but I also did squares for each one out of the leftover colors to have like a memory blanket of it. So now bear in mind it's not done yet. This is what I've been working on, but I joined them. I got them all joined. It's the sides and borders and stuff that I'm working on. But let me see if I raise it up, if you can see the gradient that it's joined in. See how it gets a little bit lighter there? And then it went back to dark there. And it's kind of the color that you saw in the skein right there. It's ever so subtle, I guess, but like between here and here, there's a big difference, right? You can definitely see that. So that's what I've been working on. And like, this is like, it's a good lap size. It's a little long for a lap. So it's verging on a throw blanket, I guess. So what I've been doing, like with the blanket that I made for Neva and I that you've seen, I put it all together, and then before I did an actual like all the way around border, I built up the sides with just like back and forth granny crochet, like a certain amount, you know, maybe enough for like the width of another square over here and then over here. So that's what I'm going to do with this one too, just to make it wider and, you know, snugglier and stuff. But this was the starting in January squares. So like January, February, March, that was Friday with Five Nights at Freddy's, not Friday. And then there was my Dazed and Confused. I only made one square out of it because I think I was running out of this yarn. I can't remember which one I was running out of, but that's my Dazed and Confused square. And then, so what was that? January, February, March, April, there's May. And then June I made quite a few of because I had quite a bit of this yarn left over. So that was June. July was my Gran Turismo, David Harbour, and that continued down to here. And then August was the Caron cakes. I made a lot. August goes from here all the way down to here. Because it was like Caron cakes and the burgundy in here with it is a big twist value, I think. Somewhere in here is a big twist value with it. Or am I lying? No. It's not. It's all Caron Cakes because it goes down to here. And then this is September. That was a different one. They just look really similar. On camera, like these two look, the two grayish colors look really similar. But this one is gray and this one is taupe. But from here they look really similar. So that was what? September. That made the stand October. And that went all the way down to the first three. And then November was Clue. And then December was the troll movie that Samantha did. And these all were my troll squares. So yeah, I got them all joined together. All of them are with my continuous join as you go, which makes everything really, see if I can hold this up without having an avalanche of any kind. As you can see, it looks sort of just like it's sewn right there, but it's not. It's just the crochet. And the back is also super flat. So we just have a nice flat join. And yeah, the only thing is, I mean, obviously you have to have like an idea, like a layout idea. I had to know that I was having a 5 across so that when I got to my 5, I could just go down and start the next row and bring it, you know. But other than that, this is the best. I mean, even with that, because I would plan out my blanket anyway. I feel like this is the best join ever. I will never do another join. In fact, I always have it linked down below in my videos. So if you guys want to check out that tutorial, there are other tutorials for that or similar on YouTube also. But like everyone joins or learns differently and stuff. So I had done my own to show you the way that I do it. And it's there for your viewing pleasure. But now, of course, I have a big yarn tail. But that's one thing I've been working on. And then, so I'm going to end up doing multiples of this blanket, I think. Partially because I really do like working on it, even though I paused it to do the movie marquee squares and just get them joined up and done. But also because originally I was just like, this is what I'm going to do as one of the blankets for the auction coming up in September, for the sake of being humane. The shelter that I did the original auction for in January, to help them raise the money they needed, and then turns out they need more money because they need to buy their place out. There's a whole video about it. There's everything on their Facebook. It talks about it. But I was going to make this just for that. Well, you know, I figured I'd be safe because I don't love like round blankets or anything. I don't even like square blankets. I like just rectangular blankets. Like that's what pleases me, you know? So I figured I'd be safe and like, well, I won't even want it, blah, blah, blah. I want one. And I did so much of my time last year was also for, you know, the shelter and the charity and stuff that, this year I wanted to, well, I just want to use yarn. First of all, you've seen how much Joann's I bought. I have to make room for that on my shelf, aside from the fact that I wanted to go through the yarn before, right? Which reminds me, I still have to draw for February's Great Fiber Cake Off. Don't let me forget, you guys. It might not be tonight, but it'll be this weekend. But anyway, I think I just wanted to like make some of the things that like I had been wanting to make, you know, for myself or to have on hand or whatever. Because honestly, what I sold off in the auction, and I don't take it back, I don't regret it, but what I sold off in the auction, I think I may have mentioned before, it was my craft closet of stuff that like you guys have asked before, like, well, what do you do with all the blankets that you make? Okay, a lot of them leave. They're either gifts or they're donated somewhere, or that's basically it. Like, I don't sell them really per se, except for in that auction. But some of them I keep. And like, do I need 50,000 blankets? No. But does anybody, and there's a lot of people that just buy blankets, like, because they're not making them, and they buy them because people love blankets, right? And I mean, I've got multiple beds in this house. I have people come stay and, you know, hang out and stuff, stay the night. So they need blankets on the beds. I like to be cozy. Maverick loves blankets. So I like to have a big array of blankets to begin with. And some of them I just have fallen in love with, and I don't want to part with them. And I feel like I've made them, so that's my right, you know? But that being said, I got rid of a lot of the ones that I had intended to keep. And I accidentally got rid of one that I was putting in the closet, meaning to send to my friend Andy. And it's yarn I can't get again. Oh well. I mean, I probably could on eBay or something, but oh well. He is one of those lovely, lovely people that you should feel blessed in your life to have, not only because he's wonderful, but because anything that I like crochet or knit or anything, he is just the biggest fan of. You know, he's like that. Nate's like that. Several of my friends that are not crochet-y, Cameron, my little brother, he's like that. But yeah, if you have those people in your life, you should just be grateful, right? So anyway, that was way off topic. So I started making this. You saw, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's a piece of the carpet, baby. You know you can't eat that. He's like, Mom, shut up. Anyway, you know that I had gotten this yarn in multiple of my Joann's orders or trips to the store, because my big store over here carried Biddy Stripes. So this is Red Heart Super Saver Biddy Stripes in the color, I think it's called Crayon Box. Yeah, Crayon Box. And it is like, it's like stone washed. Oh, sorry. I got distracted by a puppy. He came in, sniffed around, and then just decided laying at my feet was the best thing to do. You're such a good boy, aren't you? You're so good. Your eyes are really watering, though. Yeah. It's like a stonewashed, just beautiful rainbow, right? So, what goes good with that? Schitt's Creek. That sounded like a funny ad. But black. And I have the Schitt's Creek yarn. I bought only 2 colors. I bought this black and I bought the dark gray, which I think was called like David's Suit or something. I don't remember. This one is called Black Crow. And I decided to make the 6-day star blanket from Betty McKnit. Think that's right. Because, you know, it's been like a big trend. I can literally like Google that or YouTube search that and just get like 20,000 people who are this is my first blanket, or I'm doing this. There's a make along or a challenge or something going on that Betty McKnit's like running basically. Which I'm not participating in, but I am still making the blanket. So I started it, and this is the beginning of it. But I do think that, and this is already like, I would say this is a good like baby blanket, like if you want to just cover the crib with it kind of deal. Not crib, the carry, like that kind of deal. This is already pretty close to a good size for that. But this is only like, I forget, because it's been a minute since I looked at the pattern, I forget how many repeats that you do, but this is only like the startup and then like 1 or 2 I think it's 2 repeats. That would make sense. Yeah. 2 repeats. But look how pretty this is, you guys. It looks to me like when you see those pictures of space, and I mean, I like looking at pictures of space, but that doesn't make me super knowledgeable. So somebody out there who knows what the heck they're talking about will probably be like, Heather, no. But what I believe is this, like the space debris or whatever that always shows up rainbowy, whatever it is that that shows up rainbowy, like in a lot of the pictures, light refracting off something or whatever it is. Anyway, that's what this reminds me of, because it's out in space, there's the blackness and there's the rainbowness, you know, and it's still like light because it's that stone-washed white underneath it. And of course, you know, like rainbows and blackness for me anyway. I call everything like a rainbow in the dark. Thank you, Dio. But yeah, but it is, like I said, it's a pretty good size already. I mean, you know, I'm not the smallest of gals here, and it's starting to it covers me up. It's just, it wouldn't like wrap around my entire body if I wanted to snuggle up in it, but it covers me up. And it's going down to my knees, and it's all the way up where the points are going over my shoulders. So that's not so bad. But again, I think according to the pattern even, I have like 8 more repeats of this. And that's partially why, in the beginning, that's why I bought some more. Because I was like, oh, I only have 2 of these. I need, you know, at least 1 or 2 more. But the more I realized that I wanted to keep this also, so like I'm going to make one and I'm going to keep one, is my hopes. I hope I don't get burnt out on it. And I'm going to be able to return to it pretty soon, because I really am driving to get this movie marquee blanket done. And then I'm going to go straight back to this. But, yeah, so that's another thing that I am working on. But like I said, if I wanted to make it smaller, it would be like maybe another repeat or 2 and it would be done. It even looks cool folded in half. That'd be a cool shawl, right? So that's another thing that I've been working on. In fact, it's sitting on this. I got this notebook at Walmart like a week or 2 ago, but for all the different things, like, I don't know if you guys caught the live for that auction for the puppies. I had made notes in a notebook, and I was frantically checking all of them, like between how much the starting price was for something to the name of it to when we got to the donated items. I had a whole list of that, and I was like making notes like frantic, like who won what and blah blah blah, you know, keeping track. That's what is going to go in here. Anything, like I've already had a couple people offer, which I hope I got back to them. And if I have not answered you, email me. My email's down below, but email for this would be the best thing ever, because it's in September, right? If there is anything that you want to donate, thank you, first of all, for even thinking that. But then, yeah, I'm going to keep track of everything in here and make all my notes, you know, because I'm not going to forget it's in my puppy notebook, right? So that's another thing I got, I guess. And the last thing is a finished object that I have to show you guys, and I'm very excited. I didn't bring the book in here, but I know I showed you from like the first, after the Joann's news, the first trip that I made into my big Joann's down here. I picked up a book that was, I can't think of the name, and like it's basically another monster book. So I have 3 different like monster books. I've shown you Dizzy several times. But I made my first monster out of that book. You want to see him? Isn't he adorable? And I know I showed you the safety eyes before, so these are obviously the ones that just have blue glitter behind them. I was very proud that I was able to, because you make one foot, then you make the other foot and join it, go up the body, etc. You do the ears separate. Look, the ears even have little pink insides. And then you do the arms separate and you join them. Like really, the only thing you have to, no, that's a lie. You have to sew on quite a bit. I was going to say it's mostly no sew. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. The body might be, the body itself, but then the arms are sew on, the ears are sew on, the horns, and you can mix and match. You don't have to do horns, but the horns were sew on, which I was really proud if it doesn't blow out. I was proud. Look at the join on that. And I'm telling you, I am not a sewing gal. There's a reason why my continuous join is my favorite join. But yeah, and then the little teeths, those are separate too. He's got a little pocket mouth, and the teeths are just sewn on right there after you make them. So I love him. He was made with this, I don't know the color name, but this is a facet yarn. It's from the sparkly facet yarn from Michaels. I don't know if it'll pick up the sparkle, but that is a very sparkly yarn. And then the whites and then the pinks were a long time ago on clearance at Joann's. I had gotten not Noro, Nako, some Nako solid like roving yarn that was kind of like the facet yarn, but solid colors. And it wasn't quite as soft, but I mean, it's pretty soft still. But yeah, that's the solid colors are those Nako yarns. And that's what I used the little bitty D size Joann's hook for, was him. And I just think he's so precious. I debated putting a tail on him, but I think he's pretty precious on his own. If I squish him right, he will stand by himself, like on the table and all. He doesn't stand perfectly. Like I can't just plop him down because I didn't put anything in his feet. His feet just are flat, and I kind of overstuffed them. That's why he teeters so well, but his legs are really sturdy because of it. So look, I even got the colors to match up on the bottoms of his feet. I'm so proud of this, you guys. I'm so proud. But he's my other finished object, and I pretty much binge watched most of Yellowstone while I was making him. So I joked around with Nate that I was going to call him, I was going to name him after one of my favorite characters, which currently don't come for me. Just don't. But just don't. But if you've watched Yellowstone, I know you're going to be like, what? Are you kidding me? I love Jamie. I love a good bad guy to begin with. And Jamie's not even that, but I don't know. I have a lot of feelings, and I don't think the actor's cute. It's nothing like that. I'm not just like, I'll forgive everything because Jamie's so cute. No, it's not that. I don't know. I just have this strong, I feel bad for Jamie-ness. I don't know. I really like Jamie though. I know he's done some bad things. Like I said, don't come for me. Don't judge me, but I still like him. But my other favorite character is Jimmy. And I was going to name him maybe after Jimmy. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, but that makes him Little Jimmy. And Little Jimmy was part of like a wrestling thing a long time ago. And I don't want to name him that. So I might stick originally when I joked about it, I said I was going to name him Jamie Monster. Maybe he's going to be Jamie Monster. I don't know. But I think I'm going to keep him. And I know already in my heart of hearts that I'm going to be that person that makes a monster and wants to just keep every single one. So I'm going to have to make like I only had one skein of this yarn. So I can't make a second Jamie Monster. But in the future, I need to make ones that I can do a duplicate of because I'm going to want to keep it. But anyway, so here he is in all of his glory, and I just think he's adorable, and I think he's going to want to spend forever hanging out with Dizzy and with my legless candy monster that I made up there too, who's like a little pillow face. I love him so much. I love all of my monsters. So if I make a few more, then I could do like a monster show for you guys and show you all the monsters that I've made, right? So I have to keep making them. Anyway, hopefully you like them. I love him so much. I don't even want to put him down, but I'm going to set him on Dizzy's lap over here. There we go. So that's what I had to show you guys. I'm going to end up just getting back to it and getting this blanket done so I can go back to this one. And then I have my Stranger Things squares, and I've been making up squares with the last of my Roll With It tweed. Did I show you guys those? I can show you them. They're right here. So most of the blankets that I did for the auction were in, I have random things in here too. Like this is a remote cover for my Roku. It has the little ears on it. I haven't taken it upstairs yet, so I just tossed it in this basket. Anyway, I had found myself with 2 or 3, I think it was 2 of these in the color neon. And then I just had other, like there was one, I remember it was called like Fiesta. One was called, I want to say Party. I can't remember for sure. But most of the blankets that I sold were made from either Red Heart's Roll With It tweed or Lion Brand Mandala tweed, one of the two. Because I had, at one point, this was on, in fact, it has the Joann's clearance sticker on it. This was on clearance from Joann's, and I went bonkers. Like, I didn't even care if I liked the colors. I liked the yarns so much. I just grabbed it. I grabbed all. I've gifted a few. I know like Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts has gotten a few of these for gifts. I think some other folks have too. But I love them. So a lot of them had stayed here, and that's when I made squares, and I just thought that was a good looking project because it's so different basically. And I'll show you what I mean. Let me balance this blanket or this basket. But here's one of the piles that I have in here. And oh, vintage. That was one of, because this was called vintage. But I'll just quickly go through some of the colors here. And you can see where the color transition may have happened between them. Because I think for the most part I kept them in order. I think it was either called vintage or retro. I think it was called vintage. And there's like fun things happening in there. And we're still on that cake of yarn. I'll let you know when it changes, because I'm pretty sure I can tell. Let me double check. Yeah, there's 2 more from this cake. And that one. And then this one was the one I can't remember the name of. I want to say it's Party, but I feel like I'm just wrong. No, this was Fiesta, right? Which is kind of like a party. Doesn't it actually mean party? I can't remember. I know Spanish, but I'm not like super, super, super great in it. I know some stuff. I know enough to converse if somebody needs like directions or something like that, but not, I could not just sit there and hold a whole conversation with like a native speaker, especially. Cannot do that. I'm the same with French. I know French. I know some conversational French. I know some French words. I love this one. This one is like a Halloween sunset. Isn't that beautiful? And then this one reminded me a lot of Halloween too. So that was one row. And then of the neon, what I have worked up so far are just these 4. But there's 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that one's bright. It's like a limeade. And then 4. So those are what I have worked up so far. And this one is like a super, super, super whenever it gets done project. I just wanted to use up my yarn. And since I think every one that I had made sold, if I remember right, because I made 2 or 3 of them. They sold, or they've been given away, one of the two. Because I don't have them, was the whole point. So these are like such fun rainbowy colors. I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna keep this one. And that's another reason why it's just on the back burner too, because it's not all. See, I told you I was going through my yarn and I just wanted to make things, and this year is going to be some things I want to make for me. But it's not all going to be like that, obviously. I have a lot of crocheting to get done for the auction in September. But that one's staying with me. So anyway, by this point, it is well past 5 in the morning. So I am going to let you guys go. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed some of your weekend hanging out with me. So thanks for doing that. And I will talk to you soon. So I love you guys, and bye.